Hey, I've got Savage Dragon number 269 here by Eric Larson in Image Comics. This came out in March of 2024. Savage Dragon is the longest running creator owned comic book still going today, where Eric Larson's drawn and written every single issue since the launch. You'll see I got both covers here. One cover's done in kind of an old school style, and then we got the traditional sort of Savage Dragon cover. It's even got a green and yellow logo, which I always attribute to just classic Dragon. The other logo's got the Marvel Comics Group logo, but done with Image. And it's got a little corner panel drawing here of Savage Dragon. I love corner panel drawings. This one's got the little stamp that says another Eric Larson smash hit. Kind of a Jack Kirby-esque cover here, where you got the hands lunging out forward at our heroes as they jump into action. This is Dragon's version of the Avengers West Coast. It's the SOS West. Savage Dragon had been in Canada for the last year or so, and Larson just moved him back or into San Francisco. So it's the SOS West now, and they're battling some sea creatures who jumped out of the ocean. So one of the things I love about Eric Larson is the big giants. He's got splash pages in every issue. This is a double splash. We get all the heroes battling all the bad guys. Pretty typical stuff. It's fun, bright and colorful. Larson had been doing some digital work. From what I know, this is his return to pen and ink on paper, and it looks great. This is a really cool shot of Dragon just breaking the pages. He's got a lot of nice inks spots here to create the borders, and SOS jumping into action here. And we find out that these guys are Dragon thinks that these guys are coming because we've been polluting the oceans, but it turns out that they actually want people to pollute the oceans more because it cleans up and thins their ranks. So Dragon's kind of confused by all this, and then we get Frank, his friend, who's gone through lots of changes over the years. And most recently, he's gone through basically a complete change of his brain and personality, as his body's been taken over by Mr. Glum. And Frank's consciousness is now in Mr. Glum, who's stuck in Dimension X. And we'll get up to all that, but so this is Frank's last day on the job. He's quit. Well, it's not really Frank, it's Mr. Glum, but and we get this bully at work of his throwing some coffee on him. Actually calls him some not so friendly words, and Mr. Glum, or Frank, just completely murders him in cold blood right in the middle of the police station. I love the use of ink splats here to show the blood. That's a very 90s style that you don't see a lot these days. You can only really get that with real pen and ink. Looks great. So then we get the real Frank here, and he's pissed because now Frank just murdered this guy. He's going to go to jail, and he's just basically ruined Frank's whole life, his whole actual life. And Frank's still trying to get back to reality here, even though he's stuck as Mr. Glum. And Mr. Glum is, before he switched bodies, he had trapped a younger version of Angel, who we saw earlier here. This is Angel. This is the adult version of Angel, which is Malcolm's half-sister. And Mr. Glum's obsessed with her, and he's trapped a younger version of Angel here, and now Frank is stuck with her, and so they're both trying to get out of Dimension X to get back to planet Earth. So we get Angel here, who's just finding out about what happened to Frank, and she's pretty pissed too. And Larson does this a lot, where when he's got an exasperated expression, it's almost like a Peanuts cartoon look on their face. Then the last few issues, we've seen Mickey Mouse basically stalking Savage Dragon's girlfriend here. And we get more of that. And then we get some more of Angel telling Malcolm what's happened to Frank. And she's got to go find out what happened. And then we also get Savage Dragon finding out that there's this giant sea creature who's come back. They're coming back for their revenge. So here we go. The SOS springing back into action. Another great splash page here by Larson. These like little scrapes here in the art to show the water dripping down. Looks really cool. And Angel's going to check on Frank, but then she finds out about this big sea creature, so she abandons Frank to go jump into action for that. Malcolm's girlfriend was just basically assaulted by Mickey Mouse, and he's having a moment with her, but he finds out about the sea creature, so he has to jump into action, and he abandons her. So I wonder if that will come into play in the next issue. Also, this panel here is really weird, this bottom panel in the middle. The buildings in the background are done in like dots. It just looks totally different than everything else. I almost wonder if it's like they forgot to finish inking it or something. Anyway. Big sea creature smashes some members of the SOS. You can see some hands and feet dangling out of here. One of the twins gets smashed here. And that's the end of the issue. And I assume next issue they'll be chasing down this giant sea creature. And then, of course, in every Savage Dragon issue, we get the Fin Addicts multiple letters page. It's practically a small novel's worth of questions and answers, and just great, talk about this comic book that we all love. Usually there's backup stories in almost every Dragon, but he says here at the beginning of the letters page that he is behind on the letters and he just wants to get to it, so it doesn't get ridiculous when he's 6 issues behind on letters. So no backup story here, but that's alright. Savage Dragon number 269. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching.